does this get worse? How is it that every time I want to talk about what's happening with payment processors and Steam and game developers and just games in general, things just tend to get exponentially worse? Before it was just the harpies of Collective Shout, then that snowballed into Visa and MasterCard, then that snowballed again into games being removed from Steam and itch.io. Then it got even worse as PayPal then removed 90% of their currencies available to be used onto Steam, and now it's on a whole entirely new level. Now payment processors like PayPal are not only targeting games and Steam themselves, now they're targeting game developers and refusing to pay out what game developers are owed when they get paid from Steam. How is this even a thing? What are we doing here in this space right now where this is the entire thing happening, where the actual payment processor is not trying to create some Orwellian nanny state where they can dictate what you can and cannot do with your own money or even the kind of work you do to actually make money? But you know what? Let's just get there from the top and then go through this entire thing because it gets worse every single time. According to Automaton West, it turns out that a Steam adult game programmer has his account frozen by PayPal for 80,000 British pounds in earnings and is being withheld. How on earth is PayPal and other merchant banks getting away with literally holding your money? Their entire job, their only job, should be to facilitate the process of the payment. That is it. They shouldn't be involved in any other aspect whatsoever. And don't talk about, oh, their brand and their brand risk. No, they're already involved in multiple things that are in fact a brand risk. Roblox being one of those brand risks, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. But as this continually gets worse, we always tend to see why things are in fact even happening, as these payment processors are effectively vastly overstepping the boundaries of anything that actually occurs in terms of what their job is supposed to be, and that is simply to process the payment, because this game developer on Reddit decided to post this, and here is where things get real nasty. The entire thing broke off because of a Reddit post, and it said this: I owe a massive corporation tax bill to HMRC, and PayPal has frozen all my funds because I made an adult game. I'm a programmer for games on Steam, primarily adult games, and a month ago I was expecting payment for a game I released which netted me around 80,000 British pounds. This money was supposed to be used to pay a large corporation tax bill due in August. However, for 4+ weeks now, PayPal have refused to release any of the money to me. They interviewed me and asked where it came from. I said it came from a programming work I did for video games. They asked me where the games were sold. I said Steam. They asked me what specific game it was and demanded I link the store page. I linked the store page, and when they realized it was an adult game, they refused to release my money. They have also not refunded it to the lead developer either. I've raised complaints that have gone nowhere. I've been told that I violated PayPal's terms of service. Bear in mind, PayPal is very far removed from the actual sales of the game. Steam pays the lead developer. The lead developer takes money into his corporation. His corporation sends its share of the profits to my corporation's PayPal. I withdraw that PayPal and into my business account. The game we developed is perfectly legal. It doesn't contain any genres that violate UK laws. It's about cheating in relationships, basically. Is it legal for PayPal to interfere and restrict legal business activity this way? I'm going to say, no, I'm going to say that's bullshit. The fact that they went around and demanded what you did. Hey, where'd you get this money from? Hey, how did you get it? Oh, you're a game programmer? Where'd you sell the game? Oh, you made it on Steam? Send me the page with the link of the game. I want to see the link. Like, what are we doing here, bro? Like, what even is this? Like, when did a payment processor become mother asking you how you got your money? No, that's not their job. Their job is to process the actual payment, and that is it. There shouldn't be anything else on top of this. The fact that these payment processors are exerting incredibly vague, insane rules into this entire thing because they want to have a control over their brand risk, because a couple of Karens in Australia called Collective Shout decided to spark the entire thing off. Not only that, PayPal shouldn't have the right or the ability to hold your funds that you've earned just because you wanted to use them as a payment processor. That's not their position to do. That's not their job. And if it's legal or not is really a fucked up situation as well, because if it is legal, How? Like what? You're telling me the content that was made is legal. You're telling me it doesn't violate UK laws, but an American company inside of UK telling what a UK resident can do really, to me, just oversteps the boundary in all of this. Look, that kind of game that they made is not my bag. I'm a Futanari man myself. I'd rather my gym trainer be a Futanari and make me do the Stairmaster for 45 minutes and then give me a good old protein shake. You know what I'm saying? But this entire thing right here, this completely just goes beyond everything that really happens. This is actually worse than Visa and MasterCard asking the games to be removed from Rule 15 by Steam. This is now PayPal grilling and asking you where you got your money when they don't even do that for OnlyFans models or even people on Fansly, but they're going to do it for a video game? What's going on? But in fact, this kind of thing gets worse. Take a look. A reply to the original thread on Reddit said this: both me and the lead developer have also had issues with being debanked by regular banks. I've had my business accounts closed down by 3 major high street banks and rejected by almost every app bank like Wise, Revolt, and etc. We've basically been forced into using PayPal to facilitate transactions, as it was the last way we were able to send money to each other and pay contractors. The business account I'm forced to use is with Card One Money. They charge me £15 a month just for having an account, 0% interest, and they charge me massive fees for every single invoice I have to pay. Basically, we didn't have a choice other than PayPal. Now we're desperately trying to find another solution. This kind of thing is just absurd. Why in the first place is this person getting debanked by almost every bank in the UK? Simply because they want to make a naughty video game. And then at the same time, why are the banks debanking people in the first place? We've talked about the executive order that was levied by President Trump, talking about the Fair Banking Act. And we've also talked about the Fair Banking Act being passed into Congress as well. But this is going beyond everything. The fact that right now corporations in the United States are going to other countries and telling them what they can and cannot do, withholding funds, and then blaming you for doing it, and then holding an exorbitant amount of money. I mean, 80,000 British pounds is so much money, bro. Like, that is crazy what can happen simply by just making an adult game. Why is this a problem all of a sudden? Why do these companies have such massive issues with these games on Steam, yet for some reason, when Roblox has an actual scandal of PDF files, nobody bats an eye? I just can't. It's so wild to me how this is actually happening. I mean, take a look at what happened the other day. According to Roblox_RTC, Roblox has broken the record of the most concurrent users on a platform ever, with a peak of 47,296,412 players. This beats the previous record held by Steam, with them having 41,239,880 players on the platform. So riddle me this, Batman. Roblox has an actual scandal happening that literally puts the real lives of children and everybody else in actual physical danger in real life, and nobody says anything. But it turns out that if you put a naughty game on Steam, they're gonna grill you to 10 ways from Sunday about this. Oh God, where were the Karens of Collective Shout during all of this? Where? I want to know. What happened? Did they disappear? All of a sudden, they went going 030 dark. Is that what happened right now? Oh, all of a sudden now the payment processors have a massive issue with Steam and the games you make on there, but they don't really mind anything that's happening on Roblox when literal children are being oh God. This is honestly absurd. We talked about the Roblox stuff last week, and it's still going on. The fact that Visa and MasterCard and PayPal are our partners with Roblox, and nothing has been said. Nothing has been done. Processing payments haven't been pulled out of. Nobody's actually gone through and talked to Roblox in the first place. No one said anything about it at all. Actual endangerment of individuals and real people is happening because of that platform, and nobody bats an eye. Yet all of a sudden, Steam has a booby game, and that's the worst thing of all time. We gotta debank the guy who made the game. We gotta go through and restrict everything they do. We gotta pull our currencies from Steam, all because of the anime booba. And what's crazy about it is all the clowns that tried to actually like defame me in some weird way. Oh, he just wants to crank one out to anime booba. Look, let's be real. Boobas are nice, but I'm an ass and leg man myself, and I like it when my girls got a little extra in the back, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is this, it doesn't matter if I wanted to crank it out to that or not. I'm a grown-ass man. I can do what I want with my money. I just can't. I just can't. Like literally restricting a game developer from being paid because they didn't like the video game that they made that is actually 100% legal on that platform. But you know what? It isn't just about the naughty video games on Steam. Apparently this happened to other developers as well. Running with Scissors tweeted this out recently. Payment systems fucking people over isn't a new thing. This one-hitter glass pipe got us banned from PayPal, and they took a lot of money from us in the process, which we never got back to this day. PayPal can't be good for you and certainly won't make you feel great. Wait a second. The people that made Postal made a one-hitter as an actual joke, and they tried to sell it, and that got them banned from PayPal. Even though I can literally take my PayPal account and I can go on OF and I can go on Fansly and I can buy so many other things from that PayPal account and never have a single problem. But you make one naughty game on Steam, you make one joke product, and all of a sudden you're banned forever and they take all your money. It really is absurd, the overreach that these companies are doing, especially for games on Steam and even itch.io. In fact, PayPal has also been trying to fine people for misinformation. Aha! According to Reuters, PayPal says the policy to fine customers for, quote, misinformation was an error. And in the article, it said this. PayPal Holdings Inc. said on Monday it will not fine users for misinformation, and an earlier policy update said that customers could have to pay $2,500 in damages was sent in error. Shares of the San Jose, California-based company were down 6% after the update, which PayPal said included incorrect information, sparked intense backlash on social media over the weekend. PayPal is not fining people for misinformation, and this language was never intended to be inserted in our policy. We're sorry for the confusion this has caused, a spokesperson for the company said. If you believe that for 1 second PayPal did this by mistake into putting into their legal practicing policy, I've got a bridge in swampland in Florida to sell you, buddy. There is no way how people do not realize that PayPal had to take all those rules and legality information, pass it by so many people on their legal team to then have it published inside of their actual legal usage to then fine you $2,500 in 2022 if you publish what was considered to be misinformation. And you're going to tell me this same company has your best intentions about whether or not you can buy the Booba game on Steam? Are you kidding me? What is it with these people? What is it with these merchant banks? What is it with these payment processors? The exertion of actual insane, ridiculous overreach in all of this is beyond anything I have ever seen. These companies should not have the ability, and these payment processors should not have the ability to tell you what you can and cannot buy with your money, especially if it's 100% legal in the country that you reside. If it is a legal product, if it is a legal service, there is no reason they need to be involved. They should not be able to deny consent when their consent doesn't matter. But of course, it gets even worse because now they're going after people on Patreon who make spicy content. Check this out. Milky Ways on Twitter, a VTuber, said this. Hello, this is Milky, and truly this is sudden to make an announcement of, but I feel this in my heart to try my best to warn other creators before this happens to you as well. PayPal reached out of nowhere and terminated my account permanently, mostly due to my Patreon that is 18 plus. I know without a doubt it was for this reason, as I sent a transfer and it flagged everything on PayPal and caused my termination once they most likely saw it was an 18 plus Patreon account. As you know, if you don't, payment processors are going more and more against 18 plus creators, finding any way to terminate them. The moment you are on their radar, it's game over and you will lose your account. I never thought this would happen to me. I've been a creator for 5+ years and I never had any issues. I'm still shocked and in disbelief, but I know without a doubt it was my Patreon. What does this mean for me? For now, please do not donate to me as I have no valid working PayPal. I have made the choice of no longer creating 18+ content on my Patreon as I am left with no other choice. I do not intend to fight these payment processors. It is a fight no one can win because we are all at their mercy. Please keep in mind, if you really think things like it's fine, it's not going to happen to me, please rethink this because this is exactly what I thought as well until it happened to me. It's only a matter of time. Protect yourself by all means. Don't be naive like I was. So there you have it. Now they are not only going after games on Steam, now they're going after people on Patreon. Again, they're literally going through and asking you how you got your money, what kind of content are you making, and digging into your personal things when they shouldn't be doing that in the first place. These are payment processors. They are literally snakes in the grass. All they need to do though is their one job, and that is to process the payment. Yet for some reason, we are dealing with a massive nanny state where they are going through and trying to bully their way around everything. And yes, we cannot do anything about it because they control your money. They have their hands on it. They are dictating to you what you can and cannot do with the money that you legally own and that you should legally have access to. And they will restrict your accounts. They will restrict what you can buy. They'll restrict what you can make in every sense of the word. Video games are in trouble. Steam is in trouble. itch.io is in trouble. Any content creator in this space is in trouble. You don't have to be 18+. It is simply because if you do not say the right thing, if you do not do the right thing or do what they feel is appropriate for their brand, they will take your money and they will debank you because they feel like they can, and they will. We're seeing it happen right in front of us right now, and it is a horrifying thing to witness. The only thing right now that could actually work is if the Fair Banking Act does in fact go through to Congress and the executive order for that Trump signed does in fact get into law. And once that happens, then hopefully these kinds of things will stop because these payment processors are in fact established in the United States of America. The fact that they've gone through and are trying to globally control what kind of information and or content you can view is a massive overreach of what they are intended to do in the first place. Simply process the payment. Take the 2% and walk away, clowns. That's your entire job. But you know what? Until there is massive backlash, until they cross the line too far, it is going to fall under the radar. So if you haven't gone through yet, reach out to your local congressman about the Fair Banking Act and please let them know that it should be passed through. So that way these payment processors can no longer control what you can and cannot do with your own money, or the kind of games that you can play, or the kind of games that can be sold on Steam, or developers that deserve their money in the first place. This is a massive overreach of a corporation trying to be an actual mob in the space of video games, and that is 100% bullshit. And to make it even worse, if they try to use that excuse on you for, oh, we're trying to protect the kids, why haven't they done anything about Roblox and the scandals happening there? It's all a bunch of lies because they know they make more money off of Roblox than they do off of Steam, and they can afford to cut that and control you in that space. So don't listen to their hypocrisy and don't fall for the actual garbage because all they're going to try and do is strawman you in the first place. The only way these companies are going to learn exactly what happens is if actual legal legislation goes through and we're finally able to have true freedom of what we can actually buy, purchase, and make, especially under the eyes of the law and when it's in fact legal to do so. Hopefully, though, this doesn't get any worse because apparently it tends to be the actual case every single week for some particular reason. But of course, hey, who knows what's going to happen next week as well. With all that being said, though, if you want to see more updates about this story unfolding, if you want to have more video game news, PC port reviews, Steam Deck videos, fanboy content, my hot takes in the gaming industry, subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 91,000 subscribers, and I just want to say thank you guys so very much. It's been insane to see. If you want Discord access or emotes during live streams, become a YouTube member. It's as low as $1. If you don't want to pay the buck, don't sweat it. Saturday nights, 8:45 p.m. Eastern, live right here on this channel. The live shows are insane. Trust me, as I get insulted with AITTS while wearing a banana suit for 5.5 hours in front of 900 people. You don't want to miss that at all. I guarantee it. Saturday nights, 8:45 p.m. Eastern, live on this channel. With all that being said, though, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a great one, and I'll see you gooners next time. Peace!